Have you heard of Vinegar Valentines? Victorian times, the 19th century. These are times of passive aggressive communication, and they've given us plenty of elaborate romantic odes for Valentines. But they have also given us the evil twin, Vinegar Valentines. These were commercially available postcards which were caustic, funny, insulting, or just plain mean. I mean, sample a line like this: in prison, you ought to be spending some time, for to wear such a face must surely be a crime. They raised insult to an art form, or stooped art to an insult form. I don't know, you choose. But they were sent anonymously, and it seems that for a while they became this semi socially sanctioned way to criticize people's behavior, personality, looks, whatever. Basically, sounds like Victorian era trolling. They were designed for all kinds of recipients, from unrequited love to annoying neighbors to nosy parkers to dodgy doctors to drunks. You're as vulgar a cad as I'd wish to meet. Yet you are devoured by pride and conceit. Sharp, sarcastic, often hurtful, these became surprisingly popular. At some point in the 1840s, they comprised half of all Valentine's sales. I guess when love is in the air, then spite can never be far off. My Valentine beauty, a beanery beauty, though nothing more homely ever walked on 2 feet. In your own mind, you're everything lovely and sweet. That you're not a heartbreaker is something I would impart. You may break lots of dishes, but nary a heart. Valentine's greetings. You pretend you are shy and reserved, but a few things about you I have heard. You are mad on the men, that's a cert, and you throw yourself at them like dirt. Portrait of a lady killer. Take back your likeness, pretty creature. See fop and first in every feature. Love one like you I never can. You curled, bescented ladies' man. Valentine's rejections. Lemon. 'Tis a lemon that I hand you and bid you now skidoo. Because I love another, there is no chance for you. Another one, just a no. Here's a pretty cool reception. At least you'll say there's no deception. It says as plain as it can say, old fellow, you'd best stop away. This one's brutal. You miserable wrangling snip, with gin-fogged head and grumbling lip, with such a shape what woman could but sigh each day for widowhood. There's Valentine's missives, and then there's this, a face that would stop a clock. In prison, you ought to be doing time, for to wear such a face must surely be a crime. If you amongst gorillas had chanced to be born, they would have disowned you with loathing and scorn. For a monkey, no matter how homely a brute, when placed beside you, would be ranked a beaut. It's Valentine, so let's say what we mean. Pride will have a fall. You're as vulgar a cad as I'd wish to meet, and yet you're devoured by pride and conceit. But I fancy before very long you will find out that everyone thinks you're an ignorant lout. Victorian Valentines, this time for a drinker. The kiss of the bottle is your heart's delight, and fuddled you reel home to bed every night. What care you for damsels, no matter how fair? Apart from your liquor, you have no love to spare. A neighborly Valentine's missive, if ever there was one. When a pig's getting slaughtered, the noise that it makes is sweeter by far than your trills and shakes. And the howling of cats in the backyard at night, compared with your singing, is a dream of delight. Your squalls and your bawls are such a torture to hear, a man almost wishes he had not a ear. If someone would choke you and thus end their pain, hearty thanks from your poor distressed neighbours he would gain. It's Valentine's in Victorian times, so it's time to tell off nosy Parkers, I suppose. Miss Nosy. On account of your talk of others' affairs, at most dances you sit warming the chairs, because of the care with which you attend to all others' business. Haven't a friend. And there's Mr. Nosy. That nose of yours, a smelter rare, is butting in most everywhere. You poke it here, you poke it there. Go! Show it at the county fair. It's Victorian Valentines, even salespeople were not spared. Sales lady, as you wait upon the women with disgust upon your face, the way you snap and bark at them, one would think you own the place.